Hey everybody, this is Angela D. Holmes. So, I was thinking about you. So, I wanted to come to you with 7 power moves to kickstart your healing. And why do I call them power moves? Because they were powerful in my life. So, when I grasp all 7 of these, things started to change in my life. I had to really break them down and deal with them. Okay, so I want you to do the same because I am excited for you. I'm looking forward to your healing. I'm looking forward to every single one of you being healed, happy, prosperous, going on with life. So are you ready? Grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, iPad, your cell phone, notepad on your cell phone, and listen up. So let's start off with number 1. Number 1, denial and acceptance. Starting right there that's just huge. Denial and acceptance. So many times we stay in denial. This is not happening to me. Oh, this is not happening to me because of the way I look. Oh, or how much money I have and how bad my body is and how I look and what have you. This is not happening to me. It's not happening to me. It is, and it has happened. So what is it that you're going to do now? First thing you need to do is you need to accept this is happening to me. What boss move do I need to make my life better? That's what you need to be saying. So denial and acceptance. Denial, it'll keep you stuck. It'll keep you stuck. Whatever part of your healing process you're in now, if you are still in denial, denial will keep you repeating, trying to play it over in your head, trying to play the scenarios over, trying to play over what you could have done differently and what I did not see. And I just can't believe that he would, or I just cannot believe that, she would walk out on me, or all of that. You know what had happened? So now it's time to move on so you can have a good life. Okay, that was number 1. Denial and acceptance, they go together. Leave the denial alone. Move on into acceptance. Number 2, you ready? Number 2, be honest about your feelings. A lot of times society has taught us to hide our feelings, especially men. They will suppress their feelings, and women always, what do women say? Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine. And you're like, no, you're not fine. I'm fine. That's like, I hate it when I hear that. When you know that they're going through something and how are you? Oh, I'm fine. You're not fine. If you're not fine, say you're not fine. Hey, you know what? I'm glad you asked. Maybe the Lord led you to ask me how I was doing. So you know what? I'm going to tell you how I'm doing. I'm not doing great. My mind is acting crazy. I'm angry, mad, sad, depressed. No, I'm not fine. Let's deal with it. Let's deal with what's on your mind. So, moving on. Number 3, identify what emotions trouble you frequently. What are you going to bed on? You get home after work, you're mad, anger, suicidal thoughts. You're depressed, anxiety. You're either overeating or you're not eating. You're becoming malnutrition. What is bothering you most frequently? Because that's what you have to deal with. Because that is what's trying to take you out. Without any other way of saying it, that thought and those emotions will take you straight up out of here. So what you need to do is you need to deal with them. Deal, and deal hard. Deal with the hand that you've been dealt. Deal with those emotions because you can handle them. All right, number 4. You can't do number 1, 2, 3 without number 4. Is forgive. It does not take a rocket scientist. It does not take a long time. I promise you it doesn't. It took me a long time. So that's why now I'm here to let you know it does not take a long time. And I'm going to tell you how. Very simple. In the Bible, God talks about how he forgives. If the way God forgives is a necessity to him, how much more us? He says that I blot out your transgressions. He says that I forget. He goes even further to say that the reason why, if he does not forget, his anger would be kindled. How much more us? You hear people say all the time, oh, I'll never forget. Well, you're going to stay in unforgiveness. I promise you. No matter what's happening, when you see that person, when you talk to that person, when you hear that person's name, something is going to trickle. You know why? Because you're remembering, which sometimes it's just what you think is an offense. It's an assumption, or you wanted someone to act a certain way and blah, 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 blah. It's time out for all that. Forgive. Forgiveness frees you. It does not free the other person. It frees you to live a good, happy, healthy, mentally sound life. Without it, I don't know what to tell you. There's no other way around it. Your healing is non-existent without forgiveness. All right, number 5. Learn to love you. In divorce, in breakups, we hear a lot of negative things. I heard a lot of negative things. And I'm talking about coming from that person, coming from your spouse. You hear a lot of negative, hurtful things. Words are spirits. And if you take on those things as truth, you will not love yourself. Because those were lies. Those were targets by the enemy to tear you down. So you have to learn to love you. What does God say about you? That should be the only thing that's moving you, is what he says about you, not your ex. Learn to love you all over again. It's okay. It's okay to be concerned with you. It's okay to love you. It's okay to make sure that you are mentally sound. Okay, so let's move on to number 6. Find a new norm. Create a new norm. Forget find, create a new norm. If you used to go to the same, these things are simple, but they are huge triggers. And if you are where I was, being divorced, getting divorced, divorced after the divorce, baby, these things are serious. So if you used to shop at a certain store, a certain grocery store, certain department store, you might want to change that until you can get a grasp on your emotions. Stop going to the same places you used to. If you can't handle the emotion, you have to get a new norm. Holidays, oh my God. It can be one of the worst times and one of the beautiful times. And one thing that a lot of people do not know, it really is just another day. But these days come with emotions because it was your norm. It was your norm. That was us. We were a certain way. We told each other this. We talked to each other this way. We did these certain things. We took the kids here. You know what? Now you have to take the kids someplace else. Now you have to do something different, and it's okay. Because you're going to create new traditions. You're going to create new stuff. And you're going to start loving to create new stuff. I promise you. Number 7, which is the anchor of it all. Get your spiritual life in order. If you don't get your spiritual life in order, you will not be in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you will not be able to do. You will be miserable. That's all I can say. Number 7, get your spiritual life in order. Get it in order. Get quiet with God. Get in prayer. Fall in love with your Creator. And learn to love you through Him. So, I just wanted to give you those 7 power moves to kickstart your healing, because you know what? There is a whole lot more to go. But with those 7, I promise you, you are going to be one happy camper. I love you all, and I'm looking forward to your healing. I love you. Have a great and a wonderful, blessed life.